Hello everyone, my name is Mumbles, this is Killing Floor 2, we're in Burning Paris, and I'm a Commando, which is not a perk that I play very often, as you can see by the level 16 in the lower corner there, in the left. But I wanted to, get the FAMAS Masterkey out and kind of show you guys what it's like to use, even though, like I said, I don't think I'm an authority when it comes to Commando at all, because I'm very inexperienced. I gotta say, we probably already guessed based on the videos that I've already produced, but I'm not that much of a fan of the precision perks, as it turns out. It's not that I hate them, it's just, I don't know. I feel stressed every time I play them, because, this perk is literally all about headshots, just like every precision perk. And I guess extensions, the sad part is I'm not doing a lot of extensions. I'm doing them now, but I'm not getting a major benefit out of it. Commando is great in a team, simply because you help your teammates so much with the slow motion, but we're just alone for the time being. And we are on a hard difficulty game, and the reason for that is because, again, I'm inexperienced and scared, and I think I would die on Suicidal. It's actually an apt name for me playing Commando, because just Commando by itself for me is a suicidal attempt, but yeah, on that difficulty I feel like I have no chance whatsoever. Maybe we'll get there eventually. Right now, I feel like maybe some people will be like, oh, dude, I don't see the problem. You missed, one headshot during that whole wave. And I'm like, yeah, but it's, it's clots, basically, and a bloat. That doesn't really count. We did get a pistol, which I believe you can sell for 75. I wouldn't mind still picking up something else, because I believe the Masterkey is 1100. So I don't know if we'll be able to afford it. It's a DLC weapon that also got added in the Interstellar Insanity update. So it's only been in the game for a month, a little bit over a month, I think. Let's see. 150. Oh, that doesn't get us there. And it is actually 1200, I forgot. Well, in that case, we're definitely going to sell this. And I guess get the bullpup. It's usually a pretty solid pickup. I feel like this is alright. I'm going to move to the other cafe in the meantime, because I kind of prefer that spot, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, the Masterkey is quite a nice gun, in my experience, simply because of the price tag. In-game, I mean. The 1200 price tag is usually pretty achievable. This would not have gotten us, I believe, the gun, by the way. I think this also only sells for 750, 75. But I guess, we'll never know. Well, we'll know once we do this wave. I don't mind using the bullpup. I'm surprised they took fall damage there. I thought Zeds don't take fall damage, but I guess I'm wrong. Or maybe, I don't know, that just showcases their health randomly. Maybe it's something else. Especially weird that it's the crawlers that would take fall damage, considering they're spiders. But yeah, you're starting to see why, I'm not a good Commando. I get overwhelmed easily. And I get, stressed out. Don't really get the shots that I feel like I kind of need to get in order to succeed as this perk. I can see the appeal, though, because, when you're playing it well, it's incredibly fun. And again, the utility is just incredible. Being able to see these stalkers is great. I guess I just don't like the low damage as much. But it makes, sense that it's like that. If this thing, this perk and its weapons have the highest damage, then every other perk would just be, mad, obviously. And like I said, when you're on a roll, it's amazing. It's just, I don't often get on those rolls. Because I'm just not good enough, basically. I need to practice more. Precision perks is something of a challenge for me, because I wouldn't say that my aim is bad. It's just, like I said, I don't have the habit of watching my ammo counts, reloading constantly, and all that stuff. I need to build that muscle memory. That went okay, but, it didn't go super well. Since we can just barely afford the gun, I'm thinking we might keep the bullpup, even though we don't intend to use it. But, if it turns out pretty bad and we just run out of ammo for other stuff, I'm just going to pick this up. I was thinking maybe we'll come back for it once we have the FAMAS, but I'll probably forget about it, so let's just grab it along the way. So let's see. We can definitely sell the varmint rifle, even though it keeps creeping back into our inventory. We won't have the shotgun shells, but honestly, that's more than okay. Oh, and we should probably sell the... Oh, it is a hundo. Wow. I guess... I don't know if it actually spawned. So this is the FAMAS Masterkey. Now, the view model I don't think is the best. Don't get me wrong, it looks pretty high quality. Again, the skins are an issue. This looks kind of tacky and just not super high quality, I suppose. But nonetheless, it's a cool gun. It's just kind of a weird way of holding it. The inspect animations, like this one got changed a while ago because it used to be that you could just pull, like your guy would just move the scope all over that railing, and it was very weird. Like, I'm not a gun nut, but every time he would do it, I was like, it's not supposed to do that? Oh, I forgot. I just tried to change my my firing mode, but this one doesn't have that, obviously, because it has an underslung shotgun, which, you know, actually explains what the thing does. We're gonna ignore that strike for the time being, I feel, and just, you know, have a good time with everything else. Have him just trail us. I don't think he's gonna have any reason to rage, unless, you know, like we get something like a husk ruining our day a little. So what's the point of the underslung shotgun? Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, I would have to lie to you to really give you a reason why it needs to exist. It's really cool. It's a great feeling, and I guess you can use it for that, but it really is, despite the fact that it has a magazine capacity, like, that might, you know, lead you to believe, like, oh, dude, you can use it for so much. And the problem is, like, you can. As you just saw there, you still have to pump it. It's just like any other underslung weapon in that regard, where it's more of a shoot once, and then, you know, you're kind of good for a while. Not that there's anything, you know, precisely wrong with that, but, like, I don't know, dude. I guess, like, what a lot of people were hoping for, and I can't say that it's wrong of them to expect it to go that way, is more the idea that it would be an entire weapon system that you get to kind of use, for better or worse. I don't feel like it does that. Let's just see if we can take down some quarter-pounds. I mean, we barely can. I think that's, like, all of them for the time being. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun to use, for sure, and it's got that going for it, but I'm just not sure how useful it actually is in practice. Like I said, the fact that you have to, you know, pump the underslung weapon, it makes perfect sense, by the way. Like, I can't say that, like, oh, that's silly, because it makes, like, logical sense that it works that way. And, like, you know, in this particular series of events, it was great. Like, we were able to just take down everything, and it looked really cool. But again, it's just you get no benefits from your perk for the underslung like part of the gun at all. And like I said, I guess the delay after the shot is just so long, it feels like. I guess we'll just get ammo. I don't think we'll use the bullpup, but I guess why not? And we'll just, you know, fill it up as time goes on. We're going to upgrade the FAMAS and just kind of hope that it's good enough for the time being. I'm kind of thinking we want a different spot, just for a change of scenery. So let's, like, go out to the other cafe. We could have just gone, you know, through the area that we were previously holding out in, but this is more fun. Oh, some ammo. Wonderful. But yeah, it's definitely a cool gun. It fits the design of the perk immensely, because, you know, the whole idea behind Commando is being tactical. I feel like that's kind of what it's trying to do. And having a versatile weapon definitely adds to that experience. I'm just not sure it's that useful. I suppose, you know, if you really want to get down to business with it, there's an argument to be made. Like, maybe, you know, if you've already shot all your bullets from your magazine, and now you still have an underslung shotgun that you can unleash on people. It's definitely not bad. It's useful. And at that point, like, you know, any other gun, you just have to reload. Whereas this thing, well, you still eventually have to reload it. It's just you're not as, like, messed up in that situation right away. However, you know, the fact that, like, you get the shotgun, but eventually you're gonna have to reload the shotgun as well. So it's like, you got something, but did you really get something? I guess is the question I'm asking. Like, my question is, like, did you really buy time if the time that you bought is really just, you know, you're gonna have to spend that time later anyway. How much health is... Okay, he didn't have any health. I was about to say, like, I feel like after, like, 3 grenades, he should really be, not alive. I will say that actually shooting with the gun is really fun. It has, like, almost no recoil, so I feel like it's very, like, noob-friendly. It's definitely the gun for me in that department, because you don't have to mess with the recoil control. The one downside is the fact that, you know, you don't get to change the firing mode. So in terms of, like, ammo consumption, it's gonna cost you way more than, you know, actually using, like, your semi-automatic weapons. So I guess that is a downside. And, you know, on longer waves, like, this is not gonna be a problem on hard, but on any of the higher difficulties, you might be faced with the problem of ammo. Like, it's good to have a backup gun for it, for sure. I feel like we, you know, made it through that, like, not really well, but we got, like, you know, through it all. The spread on the shotgun, as you can see, is also pretty big. It does have high damage, though. It cannot be denied that it is quite good. It's just, again, I'm not really sure it's something that you can absolutely rely upon. But it's good in a pinch. And I mean, you know, the fact that you get to be something of a support with it is definitely interesting. Kind of works in the perk's favor, I suppose. I just always have a hard time incorporating the shotgun into the playstyle. I just feel like the gun itself is more than alright. And I mean, in the long term, I definitely think that, if nothing else, an HRG variant of this gun, and I know what that sounds like, wishing for an HRG of a DLC weapon already, and just wishing for HRGs in Killing Floor in general, kind of, you know, it's kind of silly. But at the same time, I feel like that's going to make a very, very interesting gun, to be certain. I suppose, you know, it remains to be seen if it's going to be any good. So let's see. So this thing now weighs 8. So technically we could pair it with the carbine rifle, which I guess is okay. Could get the M16 instead of the bullpup. I know I already filled it, but like we have so much money. Yeah, let's get the M16. That's fine. That's fine. We could have had an upgraded M16 rifle, but we don't, you know, we're not actually planning on using it. But if it, you know, comes to that, it's really good to have. It's Hans again. Again, I'm so inexperienced with Commando that I could not tell you, excuse me, if this is actually a good or a bad thing. What I can tell you is that, in my opinion and experience, Commando is just not very good on the boss wave to begin with. Like, the utility that you give is definitely very, very great. The problem is, you lack the raw damage, basically. That's the thing you give up. I'm just gonna give him one of these. Well, that didn't do anything, but... Oh no, his grenades are better. Yeah, I can definitely see why, you know, like, if you don't like burst fire, you might hate this gun, because it is burst fire. I mean, look, I could take it or leave it. I don't hate burst fire just out of principle. Like, the slow motion is going to be helpful, and I guess we can probably break the shield, maybe. I mean, we did. This is only hard difficulty, like, should not be impossible. Oh, this is going to be awkward, though. I don't know if I can still make a reload in here. Aw, dude, the shotgun let me down there. I thought it would tear through the, like, actually tear through the shield, but it did not. I'm not really sure what that was, to be honest, that little, like, explosion there. Maybe he threw one of the grenades, like, already? Normally he only does the explosive grenades, like, later on. Yeah, we're kind of just, you know, mucking about, I feel like, and not doing a great job. We're also getting blindsided, like, all the time, by, like, a single clot around a corner. Oh, we're also in a corner, inadvertently. Yeah, our armor is gonna get broken, which is definitely not ideal. Oh, and of course we gotta reload. I guess I should have watched that. Again, the ammo is, like, a problem here. Well, we were nowhere near in breaking the shield that time, which is just unfortunate. Thankfully, he doesn't heal that much. I'm gonna see if maybe we can get our hands on, like, some ammo boxes, because as you can see, the shotgun is... It's not bad, but, like, I'd hesitate to call it good on Commando. It's kind of alright. This is a cross-perk weapon. I haven't, you know, brought that fact up, but it is also on support. And, you know, if you go up close to him, like, it can do some work. It's not perfect, though, for sure. We're just playing Ring Around the Rosie, like an incredibly, like, violent variation of it. Thankfully, the ammo that you get for the gun is quite alright. I think he's just in his final rage phase now, which is, you know, kind of good. Yeah, we did it. I mean, in the end, we were able to do it. I feel like I didn't showcase the gun perfectly, obviously, because I'm not, like, a high-level Commando and don't even have the level 20 perk. But you can kind of see how versatile it is. Again, with the bosses, Commando doesn't actually do well in the first place, so expecting, you know, the underslung shotgun to really pull me out of that ditch, if you will, was, you know... It was a tall order, let me put it that way. But you can still definitely make it work on, like, a solo hard game, and just Commando in general is very, very useful for the team, so I don't think anybody's really going to be mad at you for running the perk and running it with this gun. It's definitely fun to use. The ammo problem kind of came up in the last stretch of the boss fight here, as you saw. But I still think it's alright, and I mean, look, if you like Commando, I think it's just another gun that could be a bullet hose if you want it to. It could also be a scalpel, just kind of what you want your Commando guns to be. And the shotgun is just some more utility for your perk that already has utility. So, I would give it, like, you know, a solid 4 out of 5, I suppose, for what it's worth. Anyway, I hope, you know, despite me flailing around with an assault rifle, that you still had fun, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.